fly at an ABBA concert involved 3 guys at the top, 3 guys at the bottom, 3 lots of ropes and a lot of praying, and it sort of happened. I digress. The deal was done at $1,600 a pair, delivered to Chicago, where they sat until Jan's had some space in the end of their shipping containers, because there was no way we were going to pay several $1,000s a drop to get them here. So I'd like to thank Jan's for their contribution towards our industry, and either knowingly or unknowingly, and I've been led to believe it's unknowingly, in importing these 2 items to Australia with their microphones. So all that money that you think that they take off you for sure is actually going to a good cause. When it got here, there's a minor issue that I know Jan's are not aware of, and I'll throw light on it. There's a little thing called asbestos. And they turned up, and Peter rang me, and I went to Sydney, and we stood in 40 Kent Road on a Saturday afternoon, and he said maybe we should turn it on. And we borrowed a transformer from JPJ Audio, because it's 110 volts, remember, and fired it up, and the bloody thing worked. And to get it to here involved covering it in a tent, stripping all the asbestos out of it, which was done legally and properly and disposed of safely. And if you look inside, you'll see there's heat-proof cables being rewound around iron core transformers. An enormous amount of work Peter Schwartz did to get it here. Peter's not here, but I think he deserves a big thank you for getting it done. I just wish the sucker that was stupid enough to find it on eBay and called to make the speech about it. Anyway, we're going to fire it up. It doesn't have a light glow. It runs on 2 carbon rods. It's an arc welder with a lens. Strong Electrics that used to make them, were also involved in the cinema business, and they made film projectors. So the back end of it, for want of a better way to describe it, was also used in film housings in cinemas. Because it didn't have a light globe, it had naked flame, and if you remember that film was very flammable, it probably explains why a number of film theatres burned down over the years. Whatever. Anyway, shall we? No, you can. I'm scared. There is a burn on my hand here. It's called Don't Change the Rods During the Show When You Haven't Got a Glove On, and that was from Skyhooks, and I think it was 1978. I can't remember.
Steve, watch for the smoke.
Yes, watch for the smoke. You just touch the rods and then pull it back. And if you look on the top, there's a little white area here that looks like a bit of, I don't know, frosted glass. When you're standing here, it runs on a set of metal mirrors, and you can actually see the rods inside the housing. Here comes the smoke, and there's 2 lines here, and when the rods are in the right position, they sit on the lines. Anyway, come and have a look. Look, Jimmy, look at the end. No, I'll show you something. I can assure you it's working. You look at the end, mate, I'll show you.
Come and play with your field. You can let me in your field.
At 400 feet, it's got a beam diameter of 46 inches, and it's about 600 lumens. Anyway, come and have a look.